Good morning.
What? Morning? Fucking hell.
I don't know how to fucking start these things.
You've been here 4 hours. Have you what we've achieved?
Yeah, I've drawn on your wall.
Yeah, drawn on the fucking
Permanent
wall.
marker. I missed the whiteboard. What's we done?
Leo's had some fun.
Leo's sleeping, but he did have some fun this morning.
Yeah, we've absolutely exhausted him. He's been running around the house. He's had a laugh, though.
We are better babysitters than we are podcasters.
Definitely.
That's what I've worked out. We've been trying to sort out sound issues. What was that?
I don't know. You keep him entertained.
So we've got
You keep him entertained.
almost gale force winds, and there's just banging going on around the house. So
Wow.
it's not my house, so I don't care.
I mean, it's my house, but I don't really care.
Uh,
Yeah, we've had fun. We haven't got together for a couple of weeks, so we're going to just try and put a raw episode out for you all.
Yeah, no planning, no nothing like that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over some of the previous episodes and some of the things that we've said that people have come back to us and actually asked us what we're talking about.
Again, we're gonna do this again because some idiot didn't plug the laptop in.
Yeah, we might have run out of battery halfway through. It's not been a good day for podcasting. So, but yeah, when we've been going over stuff, we've used some abbreviations, some acronyms. Probably some alliteration as well. But it's also taken us half an hour today to work out what an acronym is. we have been, what did we call it? Alliteration, abbreviation. Anyway, so.
I'm sorry. We've had to phone people.
It's been a really, really long day. So,
Sorry.
The first acronym we're going to talk to you about is DOMS.
Right, you've got to change your mind.
So what does DOMS stand for then?
DOMS.
Snap out of it.
DOMS stands for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness. And, it's basically the soreness you feel after you train too hard.
That is exactly what it is. So.
Oh my God, I'm sweating. You've no idea. So we've recorded, this is the second version of this podcast, right? We recorded this episode earlier and we kept calling DOMS an anagram of delayed onset muscle soreness. And we're saying it and we kept looking at each other thinking, this ain't right. Is it? And it's not. It's not an...
But like True Flows, we just carry on going for 20 minutes.
Fake it till you make it type thing.
Yeah.
And then you started calling it alliteration, didn't you? It must be alliteration then.
Yeah, I called it a sum of letters at one point. Which it isn't. It isn't. I mean, technically it is, but it's not.
We've had to phone people to say, what is it? So basically, delayed onset muscle soreness is DOMS, and it is the soreness you'll feel anywhere from 24 to 72 hours after a workout.
Yeah, they would say normally it's sort of the second day you feel it, isn't it? So you have the day after the day of training.
Yes, I would say if you train on a Monday, you're most likely, mine kicks in Wednesday.
Yep. And you're actually, I think that what we were saying last time was you don't need DOMS for muscle hypertrophy, which is true. You don't.
Some trainers are chasing soreness.
Yeah.
I think they're idiots. If you're going to see a trainer and if you're parting with cash and you're going to see a fitness professional and their goal is to make you sore, sweaty, tired, save you money, find someone that knows what they're doing. DOMS is not necessary. It's a nice feeling for a lot of people because you know you have worked, but it's certainly not necessary for progress. It's not necessary for strength. Volume will...
Yeah, like the level of volume normally dictates the amount of stress you put on your muscles and the DOMS that you'll feel, the amount of damage. Now, as someone who loves bodybuilding, I would say I do chase a little bit of soreness, particularly if I'm changing a few variables around, I'm going to expect some DOMS.
Yeah.
But as bodybuilding being my hobby, my training splits are kind of laid out to give me a 72-hour grace period after training a muscle group to recover from that DOMS and be able to give it kind of my full attention the next time I train it. The way that you're training clients and the way that you train is slightly different. You have less volume. So bodybuilding have quite a lot of volume in my workouts. You have less volume, which elicits less DOMs, meaning you can train more frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. And quite often when you've got that DOMS effect, that delayed onset muscle soreness, whatever the movement was that made you sore, quite often performing that movement again is what's going to get you out of soreness.
Kind of get some blood back into that muscle and loosen it off. And yeah.
Is that a word? Out of soreness?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
We've been making up words for the last 8 episodes, so that is an acronym of something else, I'm sure.
Absolutely, that is the
Let's not go back down that route.
No, let's not open that route.
Yeah, okay. I think when another thing with DOMs is if you're doing a new exercise, you may well expect to feel some DOMs because your body's not used to that. It's not a bad thing, is what I think I'm saying. It's quite a normal thing with training, especially for a newbie or if you're on a new training plan. But you don't need to chase it for you don't have to have it for hypertrophy. And actually, even me bodybuilding, I do chop and change my accessory exercises around to keep my training interesting. That's just how I like to do it. Don't have to. Again, I keep it very boring and very simple, and I might just change one or two. I change a row for a row, and occasionally that will give me a bit of DOMs.
Yeah,
but I don't need it.
Do you find deep into how long you've been training, a very simple change of a grip position or width or something like that would give you enough of a training stimulus? Because for me, my point of view, the only reason I'm changing rowing really is for variety of clients.
Yeah, and actually I might just change it. I like to kind of have my set plan, but if I'm training in a commercial gym, and I am, which I love, a place called Buzz, then...
John Busby?
No.
Buzz.
Buzz gym, mate. It's sick. Love it. But there's someone's going to be on a machine that you want to use. So you might have to switch an exercise in that day. And, the only thing I like to do is keep my compounds in. My primary exercises, I'd like to keep my training very boring, very simple. Sometimes I may have to switch the order slightly so I can do my primary exercise second rather than first if it's a very busy gym. I'm lucky. I work for myself and, I can kind of go in at times where I know that I can generally get onto what I want to get onto.
Yeah.
But a tiny little change like that can create enough stimulus. Okay. And I do find with my training, if I'm really feeling an exercise working that day, I may just stay on it for an extra set or two because I really feel it working. Now, that's not something I would advise to a beginner. If I really feel the stimulus working and I feel the exercise hitting the spot, I might get a bit more out of it that day. That can cause DOMs.
So seeing as we are touching on things that we've mentioned to people previously and they've gone, what did you mean by that? You mentioned that word there, that hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy, yes.
Hypertrophy.
Yes.
I would get told the guy that trained me, he would have kicked my butt if I'd have called it hypertrophy.
I always call it hypertrophy.
It's hypertrophy is the word that they want to use, but you'll hear it said as both. What is hypertrophy? Hypertrophy?
The building of muscle, isn't it, really? You've got muscle hypertrophy, which is where you're actually gaining muscle, and you've got muscle atrophy, which is where your muscle is wasting away.
Spot on.
Yeah, that's all it means. Right. Okay, fancy word for building muscle.
Now, on our previous episode, that is now in the bin, I explained macros. Could you do a better job at it for us?
No, I love the way you did it. we just had to stop recording while we broke down for about 10 minutes. It's a weird new setup we've got here because we're side by side, we're staring at ourselves talking, and I like the Zoom because I just look at Ben. I don't have to see myself. It's putting me off. Not going to lie, but...
Yeah, I don't like looking at myself. I'm looking at myself thinking, old, grey.
Yeah, and you're right. Old, grey. Yeah. I'll back you up on that one.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, so the third thing we're going to touch on is macros, which is an abbreviation for the word macronutrients.
Correct.
Yeah, good. I've said that really slowly. Macros stands for macronutrients. So you've got macronutrients and micronutrients. Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. Macronutrients are protein, carbs, fats, and alcohol. Now, obviously, we don't drink or neither do our clients. We're fitness pros, so
we don't drink.
We don't really care about that one. But protein helps build anything in the body. Carbohydrates is solely an energy source, and fats is an energy source, but it also helps us break down vitamins and minerals. The fatty acid we get from them helps us break down vitamins and minerals. Helps us control our hormones.
Yeah. Fats and protein, incredibly satiating. I think it's key here that people don't try and bastardize any one type of macronutrient. A lot of people eliminate carbs. A lot of people go low fat. I think it's good to use them all. I think it's good to use them all.
100%. The only time I'd go low carbs is just because carbs are solely an energy source. It's just an easy way to cut calories because they're not doing anything else functional for the body.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no reason.
Yeah.
If you're very lean, they will dry you out a little bit because they are water and sugar. But you're talking like competition level or photo shoots.
Are there any certain types of meals per day that you would eliminate a certain macronutrient?
Absolutely not.
I very rarely have carbs in the morning. I feel really crappy if I eat carbs early on.
Yeah, I get that. I don't actually like eating oats first thing in the morning. I just feel really heavy and bloated.
I'll be asleep pretty early on if I
think that's again is because I think carbs give you a higher sugar spike generally, so you get that kind of buzz and then drop.
Almost went. We've got a gale force wind blowing over it.
So I think preference is yes, you can. Sometimes in the evening I like to eat. I like to cut my carbs in the evening to kind of use more carbs around training sometimes, but not really. There's no reason to do it as long as your daily intake is where you want it to be. Doesn't matter how you spread that out. Carbs you don't have more fat on you because you've eaten a carb meal before going to bed. For example.
I feel like I just want to tee you up and ask you lots of questions. So, are all the macros equal as far as calories go?
Nope. So, and again, it's another reason not just to cut your carbs. So you have protein, which is 4 calories per gram. You've got carbohydrates, which are 4 calories per gram. Alcohol is 7 calories per gram, and fat is 9 calories per gram. So all these people that cut carbs, if you cut a bit of your fat, you'd save a lot of calories.
You certainly would.
I don't know why carbs is always the...
Yeah. And when you mention if people are looking to feel fuller for a lower calorie option, protein, as we've already stated, is incredibly satiating. It will settle your appetite a lot more. Why don't people slightly increase their protein intake?
Yeah, 100%.
Just a suggestion.
And also, when you're dieting down, that is exactly what I would do. I would increase the protein and drop the other macronutrients. Because also, when you drop your calories, protein will then be being used as an energy source. So you need to go slightly higher than what you need because your body isn't going to use all of what you're taking. Yeah. It's a little bit more complicated than what we need to go into, though. Yeah. I feel that's generally macronutrients are protein, carbs, and fat, and alcohol. But
yeah, I think it's key. Just the take-home message here should be: eat a varied, balanced diet. Eat your fucking veg, and that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Take the stairs.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Move
more.
Fucking move. Okay, I'm going to let you do the last one, mate, that we've got on here. So we're going to go back over unilateral and bilateral training and basically just what those words mean.
Don't we? Because once we explained the difference between unilateral, uni being one, bilateral being by two, one leg, two leg, one arm, two arms, people are thinking that by me heavily pushing unilateral training, I'm saying you should only train on one leg. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that people don't train on one leg at all. People don't train one arm at a time at all. I'm trying to get people to move away from only training on 2 feet. If your program solely consists of squats, bench, deadlift, then you're not particularly... I was going to use the word functional there. We've already touched on that, haven't we?
But you're not well balanced or rounded.
You're not. No. The zombies are going to get you straight away. You ain't going to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a debate unilateral versus bilateral. This should be a do both. For goodness sake, do both. If you're only doing one, you're leaving gains on the table.
100%. And uni 1, bi 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
Big, long, complicated words.
Yeah, massive. But if we use big, long, complicated words, people think we're clever and we get to charge a bit more.
Well, until they hear us talk about acronyms, alliteration, sums of letters.
What was you?
As you can tell, I didn't get any GCSEs at all.
I'm not taking the blame for that one. That's definitely you.
Cool. So, I think that's probably gone over most of the things that people were asking us about. in the last few weeks.
Yeah, people. Again, I want to say thank you to everyone that has listened, and whether it's Spotify, YouTube, what's the other one we're on?
Anchor,
Stitcher, all of them. Like everyone is reaching out and feeding back to us. Just wow.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's
it's
kind of shocked us. We thought we'd do a couple and that'll be it, but
we thought it would be our mums and your wife, and that'll be about it.
But my wife actually only listens to us recording them, and then
have you still got that clip?
Yeah, I'll put it on.
I didn't realise. I thought she was out the house. His house. We're recording, and then as soon as he goes and cut, all you hear is Faye from the kitchen. Thank God for that.
I'll put it up on one of the social media things. It's pretty good. So I think we'll leave that one pretty much there, but I think we're going to set you a little challenge to do over the next week or two, based on some of the information that we've given you in the first few episodes.
Yeah.
We're going to give you 3 habits that we want you to try and implement. Make a big change. Habit number 1, we need you to target 70,000 steps for the week, or 2 to 3 workouts. If you can combine the two, brilliant, but obviously time is a factor. Habit number 2.
Oh.
What are yours?
We're going to go for that pre-bed stretching routine. So in the essence of us chasing an 8-hour good night's sleep, before you go to bed, 8 to 10 minutes of stretching. You can do 8. We would rather you did 10, but you can do 8. But do 10. But you can do 8.
So 10 minutes of stretching.
Yeah, do 10 minutes, yeah.
And habit number 3, we're going to change. So over the next week or two, just pick 3 days in your week. So I would recommend 2 days in the week and a Saturday, or one of your weekend days, but Saturday generally is the naughtier one. And write for your diary. So write down everything that you eat and drink on those 3 days. It'd be very interesting for most people just to jot that down and have a little look back and go, that doesn't look right. I could make a few little changes there. Because we get asked all the time, like, what should I be eating? Can you send me a diet plan? Can you do this? The best way to do it is to look at what you're currently doing and just see where you can make some adjustments. So
our next episode is pretty much solely going to be about that. So give us 3 days. We need 2 weekdays and a weekend day. And if you're interested, tune in for our next one, and we shall go a little deeper into that.
Yeah.
We also want to plug our YouTube now. If you are listening to this, in the car or anything, when you get home later, please do go ahead and show some love to our YouTubes.
Can you watch yourself on YouTube? I can only listen on Spotify.
Yeah, you can watch yourself.
No, me. I just find it weird watching myself.
Oh,
I like listening to them.
Can I watch myself?
Yeah.
I was thinking, have you not heard of YouTube?
Yeah, no.
It's an amazing thing when you put the videos up, right? And you can see.
No, I just find it weird watching myself on a screen.
Yeah, I can't. I'm watching you this whole time. Yeah. I'm watching you because I can't look at me.
So I can listen to them on Spotify.
Haircut.
It sounds all right, but I find it really hard to actually.
Yeah, if I was to look at me, I'll keep looking.
I'd end up sitting on all the next ones like this.
Have you decided what your safe word is yet?
Comment mark. I'm going to put a picture of that. I was trying to move his board. So we got the whiteboard out to fucking make some notes, and all I wrote was to do, and then we haven't fucking used it.
Can we do? I confiscate the pen off you. You can't trust
it. I had the lid off the pen when I had to move it, and I've just drawn all up his wall. Leo's been fucking so well behaved.
Yeah. Leo hasn't trashed the place. It's food everywhere, but when he turned the oven on, my house isn't baby proof. He's fully fallen down the side of the sofa where the cushions are. He's fully wedged in there.
He's done well to nap through all of this,
hasn't he?
All this shite.
Bollocks we've talked. Proud of him.
Very different setup, but
a bit different. Let us know if you like it, especially in the comment section down below. And if you are on the YouTubes, go and comment, mark a pen down below. And if you are a painter and decorator, give us a quote, will you?
Toothpaste.
Apparently,
I'm going to go smear to say, not only have I drawn his one, I'm going to go smear toothpaste all over him in the hope that it does something. Let's leave it there. All right, peace.